Welcome back, my single solitary viewer, Flouzemaker here, and it's the World Cup 2018. Yes, not 16, 18, 2018, and finally, here's Ripper Steve that we see for the first time this game. All the way in episode 5, I had forgotten that Ripper Steve existed, and it was suddenly, here he is, and I'm like, oh, Ripper Steve is in this? What a surprise. Huh. What do you know? No, I'm just kidding, of course. We've seen, this year, we've seen Ripper Steve earlier than episode 5. And here we see him again. But now it's time to visit our friend from France, Shadoun. Alors, bonne chance à Shadoun et tous les gens qui l'encouragent. Of course, I could say that in Spanish as well, because a lot of Shadoun's audience speaks Spanish. Shadoun makes videos in French and Spanish, and can also do a little bit of English, as you can see here. But he's basically staircasing out now, or roller coastering away, trying to get the stuff that might give him the chance to go the whole way. He is not crafting gapples. I'm not sure why. But he still has potions of speeds and potions of strength to help him with melee and so on. He's got a power 2, which is not going to be the bestest of all time. He's got protection 3 diamond boots. That's actually going to help. But he will need more. He will need more. So my feeling is that in order to truly have a strong chance at this, either Shadoun needs to find a whole lot more gold as he caves, and it gears up to like at least tier 3 everything, weapon-wise. Tier 3 is potentially not even going to be enough. But Tiago now, with his doges in the swamp, trying to increase the amount of healing he's got, because he can make 2 more gapples, is what happens. So if he smelts that, he can have that gear. Fancy now getting more diamonds. I don't know why I did it that way. That's through staircasing, actually. Staircasing into diamonds. Will that be enough for pants? No, won't be enough for pants. 2 diamond shorts of pantaloons. I'm not sure Fancy is going to be finding El Dorado anytime soon, though. Not sure there's going to be a whole lot of game-changing finds on a short-term basis. Sluggy also bringing his army of dogs to cave with him. Is found enchants. He hasn't enchanted his helmet yet. He truly is, by far, our biggest underdog today. Winter Waffle cactusing himself twice. And Daffz has taken some fall damage. That kind of tells me they might have... oh, Daffz is AFK. Okay, I was going to say they might have seen each other. Maybe that's not the case. But they're close to 0-0 both, but Daffz logged out here. So once Daffz logs back in, it might be time for a fight, for all I know. Winther is on the prowl, hoping to get lucky, looking for a fight. Although, to be fair, chances, I don't know. Winther's a bit of an underdog at this point, considering the gear. It depends on who's being fought, but at the moment, he's got a sharp 3 for Joey, so would like to melee. Unfortunately, the iron armor is not up to snuff, despite the sword, and the bow is not up to snuff either, so it's a little bit difficult for Winther, who's been looking for a fight for basically 2 episodes, and I guess it turns out that those episodes... As the cookie crumbles, those episodes would probably have been better spent caving by the looks of it. Okay, so Winther has been seeing Daffz, and Daffz has just not been seeing anybody at all. Maybe the render distance is not far enough. But let's take a look at what our biggest underdog of the day is up to, because JPEG Jesus is not enchanted at all. Not enchanted at all. And, you know, has been a difficult day of caving. And technically speaking, this is not legal mining right here. That staircase, we're gonna need a word. I know this is probably getting completely demoralized here when you're down to episode 6 and you didn't find enchantments. And it's not like he hasn't been exploring caves. He's been exploring this cave, this ravine, diamond level ravine. It's a feeling I know, where you've been exploring caves that by all rights should have given you diamonds. And he didn't find this section though. I'm not sure that section would give diamonds either, but it's a little bit of gold at least. And you know, it's easy to get discouraged because you've been caving in these areas that should, by all rights, the law of averages should give you diamonds, and you just didn't get them. Just did not get them. And did not hear this mineshaft, because I'm sure the mineshaft would at least help a little bit and get more gold. But he's going to be sailing right past, and I don't know if he's going to be able to find enchantments at all. And the category of people who have not gotten enchanted is Walrus Time. Now, Walrus Time actually used his bowing ability to great effect against Super Gamer Plays and Fancy, but has still refused to cave all this time, and so remains unenchanted. And at this point, with the players who are left, in a lot of cases, I think it's just the bow ability is not going to be enough. For example, should Walrus Time find Pelargo, actually Pelargo has nothing to gain by fighting Walrus Time, because he's not really going to get any healing, and just not going to get anything out of it. And Winterwaffle might probably wouldn't like Winterwaffle wouldn't like it either, most likely, because again, there's nothing to be gained basically by fighting Walrus Time. And by that I mean that what you're gonna get is a lot of arrows to the face and no healing in return, even if you do kill him. Or not any significant amount of healing, just maybe if you craft your own golden head with his head. But overall, it's really, I don't think it's enough to compensate for the wasting your time fighting him. So Ireland here is just being the joker in the deck at this point, so to speak. Because he's not giving anyone an advantage by killing him, and he himself, I guess, still holds on to the hope that he might get lucky and kill someone for their enchants and their stuff and so on. But at the moment, nobody seems to be seeing him. But yeah. Oh, here we are. Oh, here we are. Who's that behind? So Daffz was there, and Winterwaffle is following Daffz. Okay, so now we suddenly have a three-way. To get involved in this one, but they see the person in full diamonds, and I would imagine that they're kind of going to somewhat try to join forces against Daffz. Winther, if you actually go for Walrus Time, that's the mistake, because Walrus Time has nothing to offer you. You think you're going to get a kill here, and that's basically what you're thinking of. But Walrus Time is not going to give you anything. Forget Walrus Time. Focus on Daffz. Daffz is the true threat. Or Daffz is what you can gain from. You're not going to get healing from Walrus Time. What you're going to get is arrows to the face. And yeah, See, Daffz has understood that Walrus Time is the waste of time here. And so Daffz is fighting Winther. Winther is trying to fight Walrus Time, which I think is the mistake here. And Walrus Time is just like being basically, again, the Joker in the deck. But, wow. Yeah, and now everyone's shooting at Walrus Time. Which, despite, you know, how good it appears Walrus Time is with the bow, we've been seeing it all over these episodes, all the way since episode, like, what, 2 or something like that? Shadun drinks speed and strength, so I'm thinking he might be seeing somebody. And, like, these two are fighting over who gets to kill him, which is not a smart thing to fight over. And now, like, Winther basically has, yeah, Winther's gonna die as a result of this. For sure. Winther is out of healing, out of health, out of everything. And, that's what you get for wasting your time with Walrus Time. Winther's just gonna get shot eventually. One of the two is gonna get him. And Winther Waffle will really not have gained much of anything out of this. Dinging rounds, so now the fight has actually moved over to Walrus Time and Daffz. Walrus Time is running out of health, and I don't think Daffz is in true danger here, just because of the sheer amount of diamond armor. Winther still hoping for a kill. Should be shooting Daffz in the back, honestly. It's Daffz going back to kill Winther, perhaps. Again, it's just not wise to chase after Walrus Time. You get nothing from chasing after Walrus Time. But everyone really seems to be really interested in Walrus Time and fighting them, despite the obvious nothing to gain status that there is at play here. There you go. Walrus Time of Ireland killed by Daffz. And I suppose Daffz will finally be able now to concentrate on Winther Waffle. Or will Winther Waffle try to flee and use the rest of the episode to heal up a little bit? Winther could try and do that. Still a chance. But, yeah, I don't think melee is going to happen for Winther Waffle. Oh, no, look at that. Who's there? Is that Super Gamer Plays? It is. No, that's Shadun. That's Shadun. And Shadun is currently filled with speed and strength. And I think Winther is going to be sacrificed at the altar of France. Because they only have 5 hearts left, as we can see. Did land a shot on Shadun, and Shadun is coming in for the melee. Just the one tap. There you go. And that one's over. What Shadun might not know is that Daffz is right over there on the horizon and is coming around. I think we'll be able to see through the inventory here. Yeah, I think Shadun has spotted the enemy. Definitely knows about him now. And it's Uruguay against France. And let's look at the health on board. No shots being landed here. The strafes are working. Daffz landing 1 shot, and that does 8 to 10% health roughly per arrows landed. Daffz has a, what kind of bow here? That's a power 3. And Shadun is fighting back. Last I saw, he had a power 2. Yeah. He's got 2 power 2s. He's not done making the power 3 yet. So I can imagine why he is not necessarily as interested in a bow fight and trying to get to the melee with the strength potion in his back pocket. But Daffz is bow spamming. Or as you would say in France, spambo. Shadun getting a little bit of healing here, just making sure Shadun is out of healing now, out of healing. So Daffz actually could get could get the kill on France here and maybe get some pots. And with those pots, who knows what Daffz might be able to accomplish. Shadun is trying to leave. Remember, Shadun has the advantage of having the speed pots to try and escape. So if Shadun really wants to escape, I think that will happen by virtue of having the speed potions. But hop jumping does not give you the advantage of the speed, though, you know, you do get to run faster. But in these moments here, when you just run flat to the ground, that's where you get the speed. Will Shadun be far enough to escape? Or is he just trying to set a trap here? Daffz, I think, is no longer interested in chasing, actually. Daffz has turned around at the village and is not chasing. So Shadun is not going to be fighting with a dig down. He can choose to try and cave for a little bit of last minute healing, because I think he definitely need that if to truly compete. But by the looks of it, I think Shadun is intent on fighting to the death. There's no retreating for this Frenchman. At least not a full retreat, just a tactical retreat. Maybe he'd like to get enough levels to combine his bows and make a power 3 so he can at least compete with the bow on the same kind of level playing field his opponent has over there. You can see Daffz way over there in the distance. I don't know if they'll see each other again. Yes, I think so. I think Daffz has actually spotted Shadun, and Shadun may not be aware of this. Oh, no, maybe not, maybe not. It was just a coincidence that Daffz was heading in this direction, perhaps. It looks like they might be finding someone different entirely. Who is this? That is Daffz. So who was over there? What the heck? Am I seeing things? Am I blind? Or did Daffz teleport magically? Okay, that was the power of magic at play. But Shadun here is walking back. That is Shadun, right? No, that's fancy. That's fancy. Okay, so there's a few people wandering around in the area of 0-0. They're not necessarily... They're missing each other. The close calls. And Daff's hoping to do better. Looks like Daff's is also out of healing, like Shadun. No, he's got a golden head. But that's it. So really low amounts of healing. And Pelargo, as we remember, has a gazillion of healing. iBlack is trying to get geared up. Before I forget, yeah, iBlack is actually playing for Spain. So that entire area, so to speak, because Shadun is in the south of France and routinely speaks Spanish in his videos, and you've got the Spanish player and the Portuguese player, and they're all in contention. You kind of expect that the Iberian Peninsula, I guess, the Iberian region is kind of gonna get the win in this case. They got good chances with somewhat 3 horses they can bet on, if you will. Ripper Steve is finally getting some healing. He's got 13 golden apples. He's got tier 2 diamond everywhere. He's got the diamond sword, sharp 3, and the power 3. So he's feeling ready in terms of gear. And in terms of gear, he's actually the only one that can actually truly compete with Tiago. And that's how the table is set for the finale, which is in 2 days. See you then.
Sponsored by the Flouze crew on Patreon.